faces I remember, just like a dying ember that's burned into my soul. Even though we walk the diamond-studded highways, it's the country lanes and byways that makes us long for home.
Okay, we have another problem. A civil engineer wishes to redesign the curb roadway in the last example in such a way that the car will not have to rely on friction to round the curb without skidding. In other words, a car moving at a designated speed can negotiate the curb even when the road is frictionless or covered with ice. Such a road is usually banked, which means that the roadway is tilted toward the inside of the curb as seen in the photograph. Suppose that the designated speed for the road is to be 13.4 meter per second and the radius of the curve is 35 meter. At what angle should the curve be back? Okay, konting inputs lang on the actual, no? Kapag ka tayo ay nagde-design ng mga karsada sa ating route surveying, meron tayong mga tinatawag na super elevation. Yan nga yung mga pagbabank natin ng mga curve. Usually, saan ba natin isinusuper elevate ang isang kurbada? Usually, makikita natin to sa mga outskirts or sa mga highways kung saan mabibilis yung andar ng sasakyan. So we have to design the road as safe as possible considering all these factors. Meron siyempre tayong factors of skidding, over speeding. So, dinidesign natin yan in such a way na hindi lamang yung friction ng magdidil doon sa lalaban doon sa tinatawag natin na centripetal force. So, ang ginagawa natin dyan, ibinabank natin kagaya nito. Okay. So, medyo naka-tilted yung karsada at yung tilt na yon going towards the center of the circle. Ang tawag natin is super elevation. Sa layman terms, bank curve. Okay. Ngayon, yung example nung nakaraan, ano ba yung example natin nung nakaraan na sinasabi? O ito yung example natin nung nakaraan para mas madali natin maintindihan. Yung nung nakaraan, walang sinabing super elevation or walang sinasabing bank yung curve. Walang degrees dito. Flat lang siya. Saan natin makikita yan? Sa mga urban. Sa urban areas, hindi na natin ibinabank kasi nga yung pagbabank ng karsada medyo may dagdag yan sa ating cost kahit papano syempre magtatambak at magkakaroon tayo ng uneven. Bukod pa doon, yung traffic syempre kailangan flat yung traffic sa urban areas. So sa mga roundabout, kung dito sa Manila, sa Monumento, yan, mga circle, flat lang yung surface niya kasi nga yung naman mga speed or velocity dyan sa area yan ay controlled at kadalasan may mga traffic signs dyan. So, ang mga karsadang ini-elevate lang natin yung mga sharp curves, lalo na sa mga bulubundukin, yan, mga elevated yan. Para nga, kasi nga kapag hindi naka-super elevate yan, meron tayong tinatawag na centrifugal force, ang tendency niyan, tatapon palabas yung sasakyan. Pagkatapos nilalagyan pa natin yan dito ng mga guardrails, ano? So, yun yung mga added safety sa highway engineering at saka sa mga route surveying. Okay. Nevertheless, ganito lang, yung katulad lang ng example natin noong nakaraan. So, let us negotiate with this example. So, ano ba yung ating key takeaways dyan, ano? So, we have pre-illustrated this problem. Kung ito yung super elevation angle, which is theta, yun yung degree of tilt niya. Of course, meron niyang force of gravity. Ito yun. Yan yung tinatawag natin na weight. Okay? So, this will be the weight, which is the force of gravity. And of course, meron tayong tinatawag na normal force. Yung normal force na yan ay acting perpendicular to the surface. So, yan yung lagi natin napag-aralan. Pag ganito yung normal force, yan. Okay. So, that is the normal force. Ngayon yung weight niya always acting downward or the force of gravity. Of course, magkakaroon yan ng tinatawag na yung normal force na yan, merong tayong tinatawag na y component at x component of that normal force. Kung mapapansin natin, along this radial direction, hindi natin pwedeng sawaging x direction ito, radial na yan dahil it negotiates the curve. Ang natitira na lang na force will be nx. So if we will apply Newton's second law of motion, and we say summation of forces at the radial direction, that will be equal to ma, or mass times the acceleration. But what type of acceleration is this? This is negotiating a curve. That will be a centripetal acceleration. Yan yung ating i-apply dyan na principle. So, if we sum up forces at the radial direction, it will be equal to ma. The only thing that will be seen is equal to the n. So what is this? N sub x, no? N sub x. And what is n sub x equal to? N sub x is equal to, if this is theta here, we know that this one is also theta. And if this is n sine theta will be n sub x along the radial direction. Okay, that will be equal to MAC. But what is AC equal to? That will be equal to B squared over R. Ngayon, punta naman tayo dito sa vertical. Summation of forces at Y. So that will be in equilibrium is equal to 0. Upward positive, sabihin natin ganyan. So what are the forces that is acting upward? The forces that is acting upward is equal to n sub y, but this time n sub y is what? N cosine of theta. Okay, n cosine of theta minus the force of gravity, which is equal to the weight. We have an unknown mass, so we have mg. Okay, so we have here mg, and that will be equal to 0. So if we are going to rewrite this one, this will be n cosine of theta is equal to, we transpose this one to the other side of the equation, positive mg. So if we will try to deal with this one, so yan yung n sub x natin, ano? Burahin na natin ito para hindi tayo malito. N sub x, n sine theta, and that is equal to mc. Let us erase this now. We just need that for explanation earlier. Okay, so n sine theta is equal to mb squared over r, and cosine theta is equal to mg. We have this as equation number 1. Okay, and we have this one as equation number 2. So if we will apply our knowledge in trigonometry, we can say 1 divided by 2 will give us n sine theta, gawin natin itim, n sine theta over n cosine theta. So this one over this one is equal to mb squared over r. And then we have to divide that by mg. So we have to cancel m. Therefore, it will be equal to what? What is sine over cosine? Sine over cosine is tangent, no? Because n will be cancelled out. Therefore, we will have here as tangent of theta is equal to b squared over rg. Yan yung makukuha nating equation. Now, if you want to get theta, if we want to get theta, so that is just simply the arctangent of b squared over rg. The arctangent of b squared over rg. So there you are, we have solved for this problem. We are asked to find the angle of the curve, this angle here. Theta is equal to the arctangent of b squared. What is b squared? The designated speed will be 13.4. That will be 13.4 meter per seconds quantity squared over what is r? 35 meters. 35 meters and 9.81 meter per 81 meter per second squared. So what will be the unit first? The unit will be meter squared second squared. Meter squared second squared, that will be in degrees, cancel lahat ng unit. So let us now go here and find what is the value of theta. Theta will be, let us try to grab a calculator. Okay, and we say 13.4 squared, divide that by 35, and then you have to divide that by 9.81. So we have 0.52296. So inverse tangent natin yan. Arctangent natin yan, 27.6079. And that will be in degrees. Okay. This will be in degrees. Hindi na siya. Usog natin yan. This will be in degrees. Okay. So there you have it. That's how simple you will solve this kind of problem. Kapag ka may super elevation, and vice versa, kung hindi given ito, given ka naman halimbawa ng mass, you can also compute for the super elevation of that road. Okay. So, pwede mo rin naman na ikaw ang magbigay ng theta, tas yung velocity ang masosolve mo, then maglalagay ka na lang ng mga signage. Okay? So, yung mga signage na nakaganyan sa mga highway, Tapos may nakalagay na pagpalagay mo 20 kilometer per hour. Ganun. 20 kph yan. Ikaw na lang maglalagay ng mga ganyan.
Walk the diamond-studded highways.
If you want, may design speed ka, kunin mo yung super elevation, or kung confronted ka naman by existing conditions, mga bundok, at hindi mo kayang i-super elevate sa gusto mong angle, o so yung angle na yun ang masusunod, edi ikaw na lang ang adjust at magbibigay ng velocity sa mga motorist. So with this, I hope nakatulong tayo, and then you already know how to solve problems in circular motion, negotiating bank curves.
Oh, photographs and places I remember, just like a dying ember that's burned into my soul. Even though we walk the diamond-studded highways, it's the country lanes and byways that makes us long for home.